Hi, SeaJay here from Agate Enchantment and Rock Wizardry. Today I'm actually preparing a slab that is going to be a heart pendant inlaid with an opal for a Twitch streamer. Her name is
Lucca.
And she's in Australia. She is an excellent streamer, so check her channel out. I am going to choose between 4 different slabs.
And her choices are multi-hued jasper, Mount Murray mossy agate, dualite jasper, sage mountain mossy agate from Idaho.
And as you can see, I'm ready for some heavy-duty cutting. I've got my mask, I've got my goggles, and of course I have my ear protection. So let's get to it.
And Lucca's choice is the Mount Murray mossy agate. Chapter 1, 60 grit diamond dish shaping. Here you can see SeaJay has removed the cover so she can properly shape the V in the heart. Caution, removing the cover can create a big mess unless you use some shielding around your work.
Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna polish, I'm gonna smooth down the sides, both sides, to get it ready to go into a polish. So now before we go on to 600, I'm going to work the sides and I'm going to work the small bevel that's on the edges. But before I do that, I'm actually going to figure out which is going to be my front, which I think this is going to be the front. Then I got to measure how big my opal is, and so how big of a hole I have to create so I can embed that opal inside this heart. All right, so I've drilled the hole for the opal to go into, and as you notice, you can see a hole in there. That's to let light through so that the opal gets enough light to shine that beautiful fire that everybody wants to see in an opal. And it's going to fit right like that. And let me get it wet. There you can see how that light lets that fire shine so nicely. Okay, now we're up to the 600 grit and we're going to be working on the face again. Okay, we're done with the 600 grit and now we're going to move up to the 1200. I'm thinking it's looking pretty good. And now we're going to polish it up a little bit more before we get it ready to set the opal in, and we'll be doing that with the Hextall Nile epoxy. And we're just going to smooth it down a little bit. It's looking really good. Okay, so now we've got the Hextall Nile, and as you can see, I've got plastic wrap underneath. That way it won't go through. And you just basically take and put it a bit in the hole to where it fills it up. And then you place your stone very carefully inside the hole, how you want it. All right, as you can see, the polish is coming on nicely. There are a couple of spots that I need to work on a little bit more. A follower asked me, do I go on 100 for 10 minutes and then on to 325 for 10 minutes and then 600 for 15? There is no magic recipe to follow. Every rock is different. You basically go until the scratches are minuscule and then you go on to the next grit plate. That's why we always dry the stone in between the grit plates or while we're working the grit, because you can actually see here where it's not quite as polished as the rest of the rock. So that's the area that I need to work on. So you continue until you can see the polish in all faces of the rock. It's looking good, and it looks like it's ready to go on to 3000. To the 3000 polishing pad. It is ready to get up to the next stage. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, that's coming out beautifully. Oh, that is going to be stunning. And I think it is looking amazing.
It is looking amazing!
Lucaria, I hope you love your necklace, and I hope you wear it in good health and understand it was made with lots of love.